The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with an air of nervous anticipation, its vast dome filled with representatives from every known civilization. Holographic projections flickered as debates raged on about the most daring experiment in intergalactic diplomacy ever proposed, the intergalactic exchange of young minds. The idea was ambitious, maybe even reckless, sending the younglings of different species to a shared educational station, hoping that early exposure to diversity would foster lifelong understanding. Counselor Zix of the Ruglors, a species known for their rigid adherence to logic, addressed the assembly. The program could unite the galaxy, but only if managed with the utmost precision. Introducing chaos into this system would be catastrophic. Others nodded in agreement, their glowing appendages and pulsating head crests casting eerie shadows across the chamber. Then came the inevitable suggestion humans should be included. The debate took a sharp turn. Every species present had at least one bizarre tale about humans and their confounding behavior. Stories of their audacious risk-taking, odd humor, and inexplicable fondness for duct tape had spread across the galaxy like wildfire. The Ruglors protested vehemently, while others, like the mischievous Zinthari, thought it might be entertaining. After a heated discussion, the humans were reluctantly added to the roster. It was decided their unorthodox problem-solving might add value, though no one quite believed it. When the human children arrived at the station, it became clear they had not been briefed on galactic etiquette. They stumbled off their transport in a flurry of energy, carrying what appeared to be random objects. Glitter jars glinted under the artificial lights, rubber chickens dangled from backpacks, and rolls of duct tape were slung over shoulders like prized possessions. One child clutched a bag of snacks labeled extra spicy, while another carried a device emitting a suspiciously ominous hum. The alien overseers, who had expected quiet, curious learners, were baffled. The younglings' enthusiastic chatter echoed through the pristine halls, their wide-eyed wonder uncontainable. "Look at this gravity simulator," one exclaimed, leaping into the air and promptly colliding with a floating platform. Another poked at a hovering hologram, which promptly shifted to display a crude doodle of a smiley face. The aliens, unaccustomed to such exuberance, exchanged uneasy glances. The chaos began subtly, almost innocently. Within hours of their arrival, a vending machine on the recreational deck inexplicably started dispensing unlimited juice packs. No one saw the human child tinkering with its circuitry, but the evidence, a trail of discarded wrappers, was impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, another child discovered the station's artificial gravity controls. By dinner, half the cafeteria was enjoying a zero-gravity meal, much to the dismay of the alien staff trying to dodge floating blobs of soup. The alien children observed this madness with a mix of fascination and alarm. The humans seemed to approach the universe as one grand experiment. Their energy was infectious, but also unsettling. Even the stoic Voltrexians, known for their unshakable calm, began to eye the humans warily. It was as though these strange younglings carried a gravitational pull of their own, drawing curiosity, chaos, and laughter wherever they went. By the third day, the station's overseers had convened an emergency meeting. "These humans are disruptive," hissed Counselor Zex over a video feed. "Their actions are illogical and potentially hazardous. Why are they even here?" "They're just different," replied the head overseer, a serpentine creature with bioluminescent scales. "Their methods are unconventional, but their enthusiasm could be an asset if properly directed." This optimism was immediately tested when the human children proposed their first group project. They insisted on improving the station's environmental systems, claiming they could make it cooler and more fun. The overseers were deeply suspicious. What could children armed with glitter, duct tape, and boundless energy possibly contribute to an advanced intergalactic station? But the humans were insistent, their grins radiating an unsettling mix of innocence and mischief. The alien staff watched with growing unease as the children gathered their supplies, eagerly sketching out plans with crayons and holographic pens. A human child named Katie waved her rubber chicken like a baton. declaring it an essential component of their design. Another, Raj, spoke passionately about engineering for joy, a concept the aliens found both perplexing and mildly threatening. As the humans got to work, alien children cautiously joined in, intrigued despite their misgivings. Together they began assembling something that defied logic, a sprawling, glitter-streaked contraption that hummed with chaotic energy. By the time the overseers arrived to check on their progress, it was too late. The humans stood proudly beside their creation, beaming with pride. "This," Katie announced, holding up the rubber chicken like a trophy, "is going to change everything." The alien overseers exchanged skeptical glances. The contraption looked like an abstract art installation at best and a safety hazard at worst. Multicolored lights blinked erratically, glitter coated every surface, and some parts appeared to be held together with nothing more than duct tape and hope. "What is it supposed to do?" one of the overseers finally asked, their voice tinged with both dread and curiosity. "It's an environmental enhancement module," Raj declared. "It purifies the air, regulates temperature, and most importantly spreads happiness." Before anyone could object, Katie pressed a button. The machine roared to life with a series of whirs, clanks, and an enthusiastic squawk from the rubber chicken. Within moments, the station's air was filled with a delightful scent of freshly baked cookies. A soft, rainbow-hued light bathed the room, creating an oddly soothing atmosphere. For a brief moment, it seemed the humans had actually succeeded. Then the glitter began. It spewed from the machine in a dazzling cascade, carried by the air filtration system to every corner of the station. Sensors malfunctioned, alarms blared, and alien staff scrambled to contain the sparkly invasion. The children, however, were utterly unbothered. "It's beautiful," Katie whispered, watching the chaos unfold like it was the most natural thing in the universe. The aftermath was both hilarious and catastrophic. Some alien species found the cookie-scented air and glitter calming, even euphoric. Others were overwhelmed, their hypersensitive systems rendered temporarily useless. The station's engineers worked frantically to shut down the glitter-laden environmental systems, but the human children seemed more delighted than apologetic. "We optimized for happiness," Raj explained earnestly when questioned. "It's not our fault the station wasn't ready for it." Despite the chaos, something unexpected happened. Alien children began laughing, their initial wariness of the humans replaced with genuine curiosity. They played together, experimenting with the glitter, and even devised new games involving zero-gravity tag. For the first time, barriers between species seemed to dissolve, replaced by shared joy and mutual fascination. The alien overseers, however, were not so easily convinced. Reports of the incident reached the Galactic Council, sparking heated debates about whether humans should remain in the program. But to everyone's surprise, the alien children themselves defended the humans. "They think differently," one Zinthari child explained during a holographic testimony. "But they showed us something new. Isn't that what this program is for?" The council reluctantly decided to allow the humans to stay, though not without issuing stern warnings and promising tighter oversight. As the meeting adjourned, Councilor Zex muttered, "This isn't diplomacy, it's madness." Back on the station, the humans were already planning their next project. The humans, brimming with unshakable enthusiasm, led their alien classmates into what they called a collaborative brainstorming session. The task was straightforward: optimize the station's environmental filtration system to improve efficiency and sustainability. The alien younglings, accustomed to structured problem-solving and meticulous planning, approached the task with quiet focus. Blueprints were neatly displayed, equations methodically calculated, and discussions kept at a low, respectful hum. Then the humans intervened. "This is so boring," Katie declared, twirling a jar of glitter in her hand. "We could make this so much better." Her alien classmates exchanged cautious glances. Better? The system already functioned at 99.8% efficiency. What was there to improve? Raj chimed in, holding up a makeshift diagram he'd sketched on a napkin. What if we didn't just purify the air? What if we made the entire station feel like a party? Clean air, better lighting, and a scent system that makes everything smell like cookies. A slender Voltrexian, their translucent skin shimmering with unease, raised a clawed appendage. Cookies. What practical benefit does this provide? Katie grinned, tossing her rubber chicken into the air. Happiness is practical. Trust me. Against their better judgment, the aliens allowed the humans to proceed. The humans brought out their glitter, duct tape, and an alarming array of gadgets they claimed were totally safe. Alien younglings reluctantly joined in, intrigued by the humans' confidence. The project spiraled from a simple engineering task into something extraordinary, or, as some might later describe it, a catastrophe waiting to happen. By the time the humans declared the project complete, the contraption was unrecognizable. The filtration system now included swirling tubes filled with glitter, which shimmered in the artificial light. A rainbow display of LED panels pulsated in rhythmic patterns, and the scent machine purred softly, releasing puffs of cookie-scented air at regular intervals. The human children stood back, admiring their work like artists unveiling a masterpiece. "It's perfect," Katie announced, clutching her rubber chicken like a scepter. The alien overseers were summoned to inspect the creation. They approached cautiously, their multiple eyes scanning the glitter-covered monstrosity. One overseer, a stoic Riglorian, extended a tentacle to poke the device, only to retract it when the rubber chicken let out a loud, unexpected squawk. "What is this?" one overseer asked, their voice a mixture of confusion and dread. "It's not just a filtration system," Raj explained earnestly. "It's an experience." Before the overseers could respond, Katie pressed the activation button. The machine roared to life with a symphony of whirs, clanks, and squawks. A burst of glitter erupted from the exhaust vents, carried through the station's air circulation system. Rainbow lights flickered across every surface, casting vibrant hues on the pristine walls. The cookie scent filled the air almost immediately, rich and warm, evoking a sense of comfort and hunger. For a moment, there was stunned silence. Then the chaos began. The glitter spread faster than anyone could have anticipated. It coated sensors, drifted into the aliens' carefully maintained machinery, and lodged itself in every available crevice. Alien overseers scrambled to shut down the system, but the controls were unresponsive. The cookie scent, initially pleasant, grew overpowering, saturating the air until it became almost suffocating. The station's inhabitants reacted in wildly different ways. The hypersensitive Antarians, whose neural systems were unusually attuned to external stimuli, became euphoric, spinning in joyful circles as the glitter sparkled in their compound eyes. The normally stoic Riglorians, overwhelmed by the sensory overload, froze in place, their tentacles drooping like wilting flowers. The Zinthari, ever the tricksters, began using the glitter to decorate their classmates, declaring the situation the best day ever. Meanwhile, the human children observed the unfolding chaos with unabashed pride. When confronted by a frantic overseer demanding an explanation, Raj replied calmly, "We optimized for happiness." "Happiness," the overseer snapped, their bioluminescent scales flashing with irritation. "You've paralyzed half the staff and turned the station into a glitter bomb." Katie shrugged. "You're welcome." Amid the pandemonium, an unexpected bond began to form. Alien children, previously wary of the humans' chaotic energy, found themselves laughing, playing, and even amid the glitter-filled disaster collaborating in ways they never had before. A young Voltrexian helped a human child recalibrate a light display, while an Antarian showed another how to use glitter to create intricate patterns on the walls. Laughter echoed through the station, mingling with the soft hum of the malfunctioning filtration system. The overseers, however, were less amused. They convened an emergency meeting to discuss the situation, their holographic forms shimmering with frustration. "This is a disaster," one declared. "The humans must be removed from the program immediately." Before a decision could be reached, a delegation of alien children interrupted the meeting, their faces earnest and determined. You can't send them away, a Zinthari child argued. We've learned more in the past few hours than we ever did in standard classes. They think differently, and that's good. An Antarian youngling, their compound eyes still sparkling with glitter, added, "They showed us how to have fun while solving problems. Isn't that the whole point of the program?" The council members exchanged skeptical glances. It was true that the humans had created chaos, but they had also achieved something remarkable, fostering genuine collaboration and breaking down barriers between species. The glitter incident, though disastrous on the surface, had sparked connections that might not have formed otherwise. After a heated debate, the council reluctantly agreed to let the humans stay, but with strict warnings and tighter supervision. "This isn't diplomacy," muttered Councillor Zyx. "It's madness." Back on the station, the humans were already brainstorming their next project. Katie tapped a holographic display, sketching out a rough design. "What if we built a gravity trampoline? Zero-G tag would be so much cooler with one." Raj nodded thoughtfully. "And we could add more glitter. Maybe neon this time." The alien children gathered around, their initial skepticism replaced with eager anticipation. They didn't understand everything about the humans' methods, but one thing was clear: life on the station was a lot more exciting with them around. A deep hum reverberated across the station as a distress signal echoed through the halls. A nearby space station, one of the galaxy's most critical hubs for research and communications, had suffered a catastrophic systems failure. Reports indicated that its power systems were completely offline, leaving the station on the brink of collapse. The Galactic Council scrambled to find a solution, summoning their top engineers and scientists for an emergency meeting. Despite their best efforts, no one could pinpoint the cause, let alone propose a viable fix. As the council debated their options, a voice interrupted from the back of the chamber. "We'll do it." Katie's hand shot up, glitter still stuck in her hair from the last incident. Beside her, Raj adjusted his glasses with a determined gleam in his eye. The room fell silent. Alien representatives exchanged incredulous glances. The humans' Counselor Zex's voice was practically a hiss. "These are children. Their last project flooded an entire station with glitter and cookie-scented air." "They also brought joy," one of the Zinthari representatives interjected, but their comment was quickly drowned out by protests. Despite the uproar, the council eventually relented, not because they believed in the humans' capabilities, but because they were desperate. The humans were given permission to intervene, with the understanding that they would be closely monitored. As Katie and Raj rallied their team, the alien overseers braced themselves for what was sure to be another spectacle of chaos. The humans arrived at the malfunctioning station and immediately began assessing the situation in their usual unorthodox fashion. While alien engineers pored over schematics and muttered equations, the humans wandered around, poking at random machinery and muttering things like, "What if we just wiggle this, or what's the worst that could happen?" Finally, Raj clapped his hands together. "I've got it," he declared, his face lighting up with a mix of excitement and mischief. "We're going to build a spite drive." The aliens stared at him in confusion. "A what?" asked a Raglorian technician, their tentacles twitching with skepticism. "A spite drive," Raj repeated. "It's a theoretical engine powered by chaos, creativity, and determination. And maybe glitter." "That's impossible," an Antarian scientist objected. "Engines require tangible energy sources. Chaos and creativity are not quantifiable." "That's why it's called a spite drive," Katie said with a grin. "It works because everyone says it can't." Despite the overwhelming skepticism, the humans' enthusiasm was infectious. Alien children, now familiar with the humans' peculiar methods, began whispering among themselves. Could it really work? One Zinthari youngling wondered aloud. The humans' sheer confidence made the impossible seem just within reach. The team set to work, raiding the malfunctioning station storage rooms for supplies. They gathered an eclectic assortment of materials: duct tape, random wires, discarded circuit boards, and, of course, glitter. A few alien scientists begrudgingly joined in, their curiosity outweighing their doubts. The humans' unconventional approach was unlike anything they had ever seen. Katie sketched designs on the walls with a crayon, while Raj explained complex engineering principles using metaphors that made no logical sense but somehow resonated. Hours turned into days as the spite drive began to take shape. The engine was a bizarre amalgamation of components, held together with duct tape and sheer audacity. Glitter was embedded in every crevice, not for functionality but to make it fabulous, according to Katie. The human children worked tirelessly, fueled by snacks and an unshakable belief in their vision. When the day of reckoning arrived, the spite drive was finally complete. It stood in the center of the station's engineering bay, shimmering with an almost otherworldly glow. Alien engineers and council members gathered to witness the launch, their expressions a mix of dread and morbid curiosity. A Reglorian scientist approached the control panel, their tentacle hovering over the activation switch. "Are you sure this will work?" they asked, their voice tinged with both skepticism and fear. Raj shrugged. "Not at all. But isn't that the fun part?" The scientist hesitated before pressing the button. The spite drive roared to life with a cacophony of sounds, whirs, clanks, and inexplicably the sound of a rubber chicken squawking. Glitter erupted from the exhaust vents, swirling into the air like a cosmic storm. For a moment, it seemed as though nothing was happening. Then the lights flickered. The station trembled. A low, rhythmic hum filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Suddenly, the power system surged to life, illuminating the station in a blaze of energy. Not only was the station restored, but the spite drive also seemed to have unlocked unexpected features faster than light travel, interdimensional soda fountains, and a holographic entertainment system that played karaoke on demand. The onlookers were stunned. Alien scientists stared at the engine, their jaws dropping in disbelief. This defies every law of physics," one muttered. "It's not about physics," Katie said, smirking. "It's about spite." The word of the humans' achievement spread rapidly across the galaxy. The spite drive became the talk of every scientific community, its creation hailed as both a miracle and an enigma. Alien engineers scrambled to reverse engineer the design, though none could replicate the humans' unique blend of chaos and creativity. The Galactic Council, meanwhile, was forced to rewrite their regulations on engineering, adding a clause that explicitly addressed the use of glitter in propulsion systems. The humans, however, were unfazed by their newfound fame. As reporters and scientists flocked to the station to interview them, Katie and Raj were already brainstorming their next project. "What if we made a gravity trampoline?" Katie mused. "Or a hyperdimensional bubble machine?" "We'll figure it out," Raj replied with a grin. "All we need is more duct tape." As the alien overseers looked on, a mix of exasperation and admiration in their expressions, one thing was clear: the humans had forever changed the galaxy. Chaos, it seemed, was not just a force of destruction, it was also a source of boundless innovation. And with the humans leading the way, there was no telling what impossible feat they would tackle next. The humans were not ones to rest on their laurels. Following the success of the spite drive, Katie and Raj proposed a grand event to celebrate their achievements and promote interspecies camaraderie. "We'll call it the Cosmic Carnival," Katie announced, tossing her rubber chicken in the air. "It'll be a party so epic, even the council will have to admit we're awesome." Preparations began almost immediately. The humans worked tirelessly, recruiting alien classmates and station staff to help. Their vision was nothing short of outrageous, an interspecies event combining human and alien traditions, with a a flood of glitter for good measure. Alien engineers hesitated when asked to build a zero-gravity joy zone, but the humans' infectious enthusiasm quickly won them over. By the time the carnival was ready, the station had transformed into a kaleidoscope of color and creativity. The zero-gravity joy zone floated in the central atrium, a shimmering sphere filled with glitter, neon lights, and softly bouncing surfaces. Katie explained that it was scientifically optimized for maximum fun, though the Antarian technicians remained dubious. Food stalls lined the halls, offering an eclectic mix of Earth snacks and alien delicacies. Raj proudly manned a booth labeled Build Your Own Nachos while a Zinthari child demonstrated how to make glowing jelly spheres that changed flavor with every bite. A Voltrexian musician, inspired by human rock bands, performed an improvised set using instruments cobbled together from scrap metal and duct tape. The highlight of the event was the Cosmic Games, a series of competitions blending human and alien sports. Teams of mixed species competed in events like zero-G dodgeball, holographic chess, and an improvised obstacle course made entirely out of leftover spike drive parts. Katie's rubber chicken, now something of a mascot, served as the official prize of chaos for the winning team. As the carnival unfolded, something remarkable happened. Alien younglings who had previously been hesitant to interact with humans threw themselves into the festivities with abandon. Zinthari children gleefully dove into the glitter-filled joy zone, their iridescent scales sparkling like rainbows. Antarians, known for their rigid discipline, loosened up enough to try the human dance craze called the worm. Even the usually stoic Riglorians couldn't resist sampling human snacks and giggling at the carnival's absurd games. The transformation wasn't limited to the children. Alien adults, initially skeptical of the humans' methods, found themselves drawn into the fun. A Riglorian overseer, once a vocal critic of the humans' chaotic tendencies, was caught laughing uncontrollably as a holographic jellyfish hat landed on their head during a game of intergalactic tag. A Voltrexian scientist admitted, with some reluctance, that the glitter-powered Joy Zone was unexpectedly effective at fostering interspecies collaboration. Even the station's AI seemed to change. Initially a cold, efficient system designed for maintaining order, it began displaying hints of personality, its tone subtly shifting to mirror the human's playful energy. When asked about the change, the AI responded with a cheerful quip: "Blame the humans. They reprogrammed my circuits with happiness. Also glitter." By the end of the day, the carnival was declared an overwhelming success. The Galactic Council representatives, who had reluctantly attended, found themselves swept up in the joyful chaos. Councillor Zyx, though still visibly annoyed, admitted that the humans had achieved something extraordinary. "This is not entirely disastrous," they muttered, which, coming from a Riglorian, was high praise. In the aftermath, the council convened to discuss the future of the exchange program. Despite concerns about skyrocketing insurance premiums and the lingering presence of glitter in their own chambers, they unanimously voted to make the program a permanent feature. "The humans are unpredictable," one counselor remarked, "but their impact is undeniable." The humans were thrilled by the news, but their departure from the station was bittersweet. As they packed their belongings, including several jars of glitter and a crate of alien snacks, they were joined by their alien classmates, who had become more than just friends. They were co-conspirators in chaos. At the farewell ceremony, the station AI played a custom composition made entirely of laughter clips recorded during the carnival. Alien students exchanged gifts with the humans' holographic postcards, glowing trinkets, and heartfelt promises to carry on their legacy of creativity and rule-breaking. Katie handed her beloved rubber chicken to a Zinthari child, declaring it the ultimate symbol of intergalactic fun. As the humans boarded their transport, the entire station gathered to see them off. The AI's voice, now laced with genuine warmth, echoed through the halls. "Goodbye, humans. May your glitter never run out, and may your chaos always inspire." As the ship lifted off, Raj glanced back at the glitter-speckled station, a satisfied smile on his face. "We did good," he said. Katie nodded, already sketching out ideas for their next project on the back of a snack wrapper. The galaxy, meanwhile, was forever changed. Across countless worlds, humans became known as the Chaos Whisperers, a species whose younglings could transform even the most rigid systems with their boundless creativity. Alien engineers began incorporating glitter into their designs, not for functionality but for flair. Teachers adopted playful methods inspired by human problem-solving. Even the Galactic Council, once a bastion of order and logic, introduced a new motto: harmony through chaos. Somewhere in the vast expanse of space, 6 human children were already plotting their next adventure. And if the glitter trail left in their wake was any indication, the galaxy had only seen the beginning of their legend.